Actually, it's not done.
It's not done.
I've heard, or I have anti-heard 2 goes, which is to say I have not.
Well, it's more that it comes up on their recordings. There'll be delays and stuff. Let's hope it's not too bad. We'll work it out. But we are. Hey, we're up on Twitch. Hello, everyone. Finally,
Ooh,
we are here.
welcome to the campaign of Rat and the Broken Chalice is the name of the campaign that I'm going with currently. Do we have... Actually, Dimple is still not in Fantasy Grounds. We were premature.
Oh, no.
Oh, wait, actually, it does say Dimple Bards has connected, though. They just have to select a character.
So yeah, if anyone from Facebook or Reddit happened to join in, like I said, we're not fully sorted on our technology. Still a few kinks to work out. But hey, the key is we're trying, right? Okay, YouTube is up and running with one person watching. That would be me.
You.
All right then. Okay, so I guess we can just go with begin.
Begin? We're good? Okay.
Hopefully Meston will join us shortly.
Alright, so we begin with Mar, Eridol, Emui, and Dimble. Though you are young and inexperienced, you all can be proud in the fact that you are much more well-versed in the pains and joys that life has to offer in the world around you. Each of you are quite well-traveled despite your station. Each of your separate journeys, though begun from all different far reaches of Uikia, and some even beyond, you have all led to the same place. For some, it was a means to your own goals. For others, it was thrust upon you. Regardless of the why, the 4 of you have found yourself as soldiers of the Yatagahasyu, a, so far admittedly small, military company led by Sir Arland of... Actually, you don't know what he's sure of, but probably something. He's rich, that's for sure. So far, and the Yatagahasyu, you've all been nothing more than grunts. Simple servants cleaning the armors of greater warriors and fetching food and drink to pompous superiors. Your pay may quelch your annoyance slightly, but still, all 4 of you wish to join one of the exalted animal squads. It is only there where you will all be able to further your careers and personal ambitions. In that regards, today you are lucky. After weeks of nothing but housework and travel, you finally have the opportunity to prove yourselves. The 4 of you have been randomly selected to join Cat Squad on a mission to exterminate a group of disgusting proto-being bandits that have crossed over from the sinless border and are terrorizing local villages in the southeast of Uikia, a concerningly growing problem as of late. Earlier in the day, you have all been commanded to meet at the easternmost tent of the camp, where you will encounter Cat Squad to embark on your mission. Cat Squad is one of the more respected animal squads of Yatagahasyu, a small team used mostly for scouting and quick, small-scale skirmishes. So this is quite the honor. Now, I'm going to hand over the reins to Eridol. And tell me, Eridol, how have you prepared yourself and gone to this meeting point?
So Eridol's father was a pacifist, and he preached pacifism. And hopefully, fortunately, Eridol didn't reciprocate most of his father's life philosophies. So he brought with him, and I've got the sheet right here. He's only got a few things on him. He never had too many belongings. So mostly what he brings to the table is his still developing magic. He is a practicing druid, so he's only got the most basic understanding of how to cast the most basic of spells. But failing that, he can poke people with a couple of with a staff if he needs to. So he's mostly what he's really bringing to the table at this meeting is a can-do attitude.
Okay. Next, we have Emily.
What did she bring? Herself, I guess.
She brought a stick.
She's here. She's on time.
Yeah.
That's half the battle.
Absolutely on. Yep.
She can.
She does have bits of magic, and she also has a crossbow at her side with a bag slung over her shoulder. She's wearing like this cloak that covers her right side of the body, and honestly, that's the most notable thing about her. That's all.
Mar?
I think, like everyone else, Mara's kind of just dropped into this with not very much to offer, but she does have a little bit of a dagger, if that would be useful, but other than that, nothing really else.
And the last, and I think also least in terms of size, so far out of the four of you, we have Dimble.
I think Dimble's taller than Mar.
Okay, there you go. Not even least. Sorry, Mar. Back of the line. So
Dimble. Oh, sorry. Dimble brings his hunting and nature knowledge. He is good in the forest to ensure the survival of the troops.
And how have you chosen to prepare for this mission?
I have a crossbow and twin mini swords, and could cast basic healing spells.
So
Very practical.
the four of you, whose usefulness matches your height very little, have all gathered at the eastern end of the camp. The four of you have seen each other's faces around every now and again, but you've never had the opportunity to exchange pleasantries or properly meet with each other. You know of each other's faces, but that's about it. Soon, Cat Squad arrives, and the first immediately noticeable thing is that Cat Squad is composed exclusively of the tallest people you have ever met. The leader, a 6'5" dragonborn, approaches you. He glances over to one of his companions, a half-orc, nearly as tall as him. He goes, "Is this our support? What? How old are you all?"
I guess everyone's standing there in an awkward silence, so Eridol just sort of steps forward. He goes, "So I'm 14."
Oh. He leans over to the half-orc and starts like, when did you start conscripting child soldiers?
Well, okay, I guess it's kind of a misnomer. It's more sort of like I'm 14 in like your equivalent. Is he human, or do you say he was dragonborn?
Dragonborn.
Well, they live like a human number of years, so he's like, what's more like 14 in your equivalent years.
You're like a dog?
Well, you don't have to phrase it like that, but yeah, sure.
I mean, you're about the right height. Maybe a little bit less. All right. Well, I mean, lucky thing is you're not here to fight. All right, my name is Draxdo. I am the leader of Cap Squad. This half-orc over here, his name is Man. The half-orc goes, whoa. This here is Harla. Harla is a tall, bulky human. She has a massive longbow strewn across her back. She's in like a full set of gambeson. And last we got Kale, who is equally, if not larger than Harla, width-wise, although he's quite short. A paladin human. He's decked out in a full set of metal armor, which is very fancy, although it has clearly seen better days. This is an old, well-worn piece of equipment. I guess say hi, everyone, hello. That the rest of the cat squad kind of just wave. They don't really say much to you. All right, so what we're gonna do, I think you've already been briefed a little bit on everything, but we have this bandit group who, already these proto-bandit scum. It should be glory in and of itself that we exterminate them. But luckily for you lot, it's not the main goal. They have a scroll in their possession, right? You should be able to identify the scroll by a wax seal on it, right? This wax seal, I highly doubt they're going to have more than one thing with a wax seal on it. But in case you need identification, it's supposed to look like a large, interweaved knot of some kind. What that means, I don't really know. But once again, it should be pretty obvious. The fancy piece of paper. Alright, they're bandits. They shouldn't have too much. Alright, we're all going to head there as a group. Cap Squad and I, we're going to distract the bandit camp. Right, we're going to lure them all out. And then that's when we want you to sneak in and get the scroll. Alright. After that, you get out. We will disengage after about 45 minutes of combat, let's say. That's your time window. And then we all get out of Dodge. We head back home. Good?
What's on the
Dude.
scroll?
Sorry, what was that?
What's on the scroll?
The wax seal. What's inside the scroll as it is above our pay grade. Right? We bring it back to Arland. Arland wants the scroll. Arland pays me. I do what Arland wants. That's good enough for me. It's good enough for you. Got it?
Sure do.
Right.
Emily just stares, unconvinced.
Actually, on that topic, I'm getting some bad vibes here. Another important part of the mission is do not open the scroll. All right? It's got a seal on it. That seal's got to stay closed. Got it? Lady.
And if we open it?
I'm going to be honest. Didn't really ask Arlen about that. It was kind of a non-factor in my mind. He told me to bring him a scroll with a seal still firmly closed on the scroll. I said yes. Alright? Don't really know.
It could potentially be a magical scroll in which you could sell it for thousands and thousands of gold. But very well.
Yes, and I guess if we were a bunch of lowly bandits or adventurers or something like that, we could give in to those selfish desires. But we're not. We're part of a military. We work for a strong, well-reputed noble man. And we do, as we say, without any temptation of betrayal. Right?
Of course, of course.
Of
I
course.
would never even think about betraying Ireland.
No, you wouldn't. You make me very uncomfortable. I'm going to avoid talking to you. I'm going to do my mission and pretend like everything's going well.
Of course.
I mean, like, I'm putting my life on the line here, right? I'm going to fight an entire camp of bandit soldiers. All you have to do is grab a piece of paper. All right? I mean, I could die. My colleagues could die. Right?
But I'm sure that you're strong enough to not die to mere bandits.
Yes, of course. All right. We're heading out. This is going to be like a full day's journey. We should arrive at around dusk or so. So, if you all want to sort of get to know each other, maybe help you run as a more well-oiled unit, now is your opportunity. And Draxto and the rest of Cat Squad begin marching off without another word. So this is an opportunity for you guys to banter and interact if you wish.
So Eridol says, okay, so my whole deal is that like I don't really care too much for the military, but they do pay a decent amount. So how much do you think that scroll would be worth?
Depends if it's magical or not. Most magical things are expensive.
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I kind of got vibes about him that he maybe wanted us to open the scroll.
To be fair, Emily looks around before, like, kind of lowering her voice so that only the little group can hear. Arlen's an asshole. So.
I kind of got that feeling.
You made it very clear not to open the scroll.
Of course, we're not going to open the scroll. Of course we're not.
What if?
So, Cameron, how many
What if
days
the-
did you spend working on this campaign?
Raise hell.
Draxto begins marching faster so he gets out of your shot. It's like, I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Okay, so just what happened? Just humor me, maybe. If say the scroll fell off the table and just unfurled.
Alright, is Eridol asking this to Draxto?
No,
Or to your small little group?
this is a private conversation.
Okay, of course. Sorry, I'll step away.
I mean, does it have to be us that knocks a scroll over? I don't know. Ghosts?
I could throw
be a thing.
well, something could happen, like a rocket thrown at it.
I'm getting
Don't-
only good points here.
So, as this theme of quickly growing
Saboteurs?
saboteurs, your friendship gets, you kind of bond through the idea of wealth and betrayal, and up above, clouds slowly begin to encroach upon the group. Elsewhere, Dialia, you currently find yourself in a dank, dark cabin. Its thatched roof barely dense enough to stop the heavy rain from seeping through and drenching your hair. All of your, and what was once your team's, before they died, weapons are piled up in a corner of the room. In the opposite corner of the room, you are knelt upon a mucky dirt flooring, arms tied in front of you by some fraying rope. Sure, your bindings are embarrassingly loose. You could easily doff them, but the two bandits and giant mastiff that's taller than you are by half keeps you from acting recklessly. And share the record. These are our wonderful little mastiff. The humongous mastiff is lazily sleeping on the sole cot on the. Sorry, I just realized The humongous mastiff is lazily sleeping on the sole cot of the room, much to displeasure of one of the proto-people, a large beast with a thick horned nose and piercingly long ears. The other proto-being is a tall, lengthy creature with long, billowing fur and 3 hulking legs. The second proto-being currently has its long snout sniffing about a beautiful rolled-up papyrus scroll in its hand. A large wax seal is imprinted upon the seams of the rolled scroll. And here we have... Okay, so this is not an image of the scroll because I have no drawing skills, but this is what the wax seal looks like.
Oh, that's the wax seal.
The dog-like proto-being, we're just going to sort of sniff it around. So, his fingers play around at the edge of the seam. What do you think's in this thing, West? West, the newly named other being. I don't know, and I don't care. Why does the dog get the bed? I mean, I'm tired. You're tired. I mean, I don't care if you're tired. You can screw off. I need to... Just shut up about the stupid scroll, Coglow. Coglow, the dog hobo, turns over to Dialia. He goes, "What do you think, little girl? You want to know what's in this thing? You look like a curious little kid."
I want to go home.
Yeah, okay, alright, yeah. That's clearly not happening. I'm not letting you... I got distracted because the wax seagull has green on it. And Streamlabs is chroma keying out green for the green screen. And so it looks very strange.
Okay, so people just have to imagine. I get future reference, no greed in images.
Gotcha. Alright. But you've asked him 100 times before. I will not hear any more of it. We're not sending you home. We're not... Look outside. It's practically... I think I can hear thunder coming in. Alright? How would I let you go home? What do you expect me to just walk you into a village? Humans can get killed.
My daddy would take me home.
Your daddy's dead.
Oh.
Hey, let's be honest here. You're not seeing your daddy again. You're not seeing your mommy again. You're not seeing nobody.
You starts sniveling, giving the big pouty eyes. I want to go home.
What he Carlo looks over to his partner Les. What is she doing? What is she? Why are the things coming out of her eyes? What are those? I think those are tears. What are those tears? What are tears for?
Mommy. By the way, how are the ropes? Can I play with them? How far? I guess right invisible in front of them. Can I back to a corner?
I mean, like,
or are they?
Your arms are bound together, but you're not bound to anything else.
Oh, they're in front though. So
they are in front, but you could choose to like hide it into your body. Yeah, I mean, you're wearing like a sort of skirt. You have very long hair. You're sat down. So there are ways for you to subtly hide.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to start scooching into a corner. I turn my back to them and just sort of crying and sort of hide my hands away and start dealing with the ropes.
Okay. Do you plan on doing anything else, or you're just going to? But what? Because you can. I'm not even going to make you roll for it. You can get your hands out of the ropes.
Oh.
Once you've done that, do you plan on doing anything, or are you just keeping yourself prepped?
Yeah. Well, scoping out my weapons and stuff like that. How far? Where are they in the room?
They are about 15 feet or so. Is the distance. That's like the size of the whole room, which is also the whole building.
All right, so yeah,
One ring.
I'm going to just sort of sob and be miserable in the corner, and sort of watch the guards out of the corner of my eye for when they're distracted, and start kind of move slowly over to my weapons. What time of day are we, by the way?
Approaching dusk now. And on that topic, unless there's anything specific you want to do, I'm gonna
Not until the guards get more distracted or.
Okay. Well then, in that case, back to Emily, Eridol, Dimble, and Mar. You
Switch to drop off.
out of drop pile?
Or two? Is it on? Oh, it is on.
It is on
Oh,
drop pile.
Sorry, my
Keep
bad.
up here. Right.
There's a lot going on here.
You. Can you add that thunder?
Oh, thunder. Yes.
You and the rest of Cat Squad have been journeying for long, exhaustive hours, almost at a constant jog the whole way as you try to keep pace with the longer gaits of your taller teammates. The clouds have fully encroached in now, the sun completely completely absent. A heavy rain pours down, turning the dirt into a thick, liquid mud. Cat Squad is unaffected by the damp road. I want all of you to roll a dexterity roll to see how well you manage to keep up with the group.
I got a 10.
I got a 19.
Oh, well, Emily, the person who's not actually that short, manages to walk on perfectly fine. She's keeping up with the
It
team.
makes sense.
Wow.
I got 15.
Okay. So I want everyone, knowing how you rolled, I want you all to describe you keeping up with the group walking down this muddy road. We'll start with, I guess, Eridol.
Not well. It's sort of like would you say like the mud is kind of like, it's deep enough that you kind of like sink into it when you step into it?
Yeah, like it almost goes about like slightly above ankle deep. As like you pull your feet up, your like boots want to stay in the mud.
Yes.
You're like slowly like taking your shoes off every time you take a step.
Yeah, and because his legs are so short, it almost seems like these like exaggerated, like really high-reaching steps as he's just sort of like trotting through the mud. I mean, he's from the forest and he's done hunting in the rain, but not well, more like against his will, so he's not used to it.
I mean, where you come from, it's extremely dense forest, and those thick tree canopies kind of protect you very often from intense rainstorms.
And he's also got the big oversized patchwork robes that he's got to constantly be holding up above the mud so he doesn't trip over himself.
Emily, I mean, you rolled a 19. I don't think there's really much to say for you. You're fine.
She's good at following people,
You're just good.
observing and learning.
Meanwhile, B, what is going on? What is going on with Mar?
Not much. Might as well be face down on the ground, like 50 feet back. It's suddenly like Battle of Passchendaele, like drowning in this mud at this point.
I mean, you're essentially swimming at this point.
Yeah.
And what did Dimble roll?
Dimble rolled a 15, so he's actually not that far behind
the forester as well. You're quite in tune with nature. So even though you're short, you know how to work around it and
Yeah.
make your way over. All right. So eventually, you finally arrive at a small cross intersection in the road. You should all be able to see the map. Is that correct?
Yes, I see it.
Okay. Wonderful. All right. Draxo turns to the four of you. All right. So the base should be above that hill right over there. Right. The official way up, right, is if we take a right on this road, right, the road should curve up and lead through. That, I mean, going off the assumption that we successfully pull all the bandits out, that should be safe to go through, but they might leave a couple bandits behind. I mean, you guys, you're the stealth expert. Can I call you experts? Are any of you experts at anything?
Exactly.
Self-proclaimed expert.
This does not bode well. All right. You can try and find another way through if you want to be stealthy, tricksy. I mean, it might be quite a tall incline for you. But Squad and I, we're going to head off to the east. All right, we're going to cause a distraction. And once you hear the signal, and trust me, you'll hear the signal, that's when your 45 minutes start. All right. Remember, document, scroll, wax seal, grab. Do not read. He points to Emily specifically. Do not read. Bring back. And that's it. Very simple. Everyone understand?
Aye, sir.
I sure do.
All right.
Understood.
Perfect. Draxo and the rest of Cat Squad turn right down the road, and now you wait in the rain. And, you guys all gonna wait for the signal, or is there any intervention? Just knowing this group, I have to ask.
Can Aerodol just like search the ground really quick and just pick up a rock?
Yes, you
Okay.
you can get a rock.
He's
What
just gonna hold on to that. He's just gonna hold on to that.
Is there what type of rock are you going for here?
Oh, just like something that would be easy to throw. Boy, that
Sure.
lightning was ominous.
Something to throw. So just like something light for like distance and noise, or are you looking to like hit someone in the head type thing?
Well, not someone. Just something that'd be easy, comfortable to throw. So probably not like jagged and not some like ungodly shape. Just like a little like nice round rock.
All right, yeah, you can get one of those. Okay.
Perfect.
They switch drop pile to another layer. We've got a full screen going.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
And a new scene.
All right. Well, you wait for a couple of minutes, and then suddenly you hear a heavy explosion. Right, coming off in the distance where Cat's God came from, probably magical in nature, and you can hear a large group of bandits sort of stirring, moving. You hear the stomping of feet. And then a few more minutes, and it is silent. Your mission has now begun.
Suppose we should get going.
I'm gonna follow your lead because you seem like you're more experienced with this sort of work. I hope that's a compliment.
I will take it as a compliment.
Perfect.
I guess. You just hear Emily just like cursing quietly under her breath, like Lord.
Jerk. So which way do you guys want to go for tackling this whole situation?
I feel like given that we are instructed to stay stealthy, I would stick close to the trees with an eye towards wherever we're supposed to be going.
So I will allow the group to. I guess I don't actually need the camera because we don't have line of sight this time. So staying close to the edge of the small little cliffside. It's about, I'd say, like 20 feet tall. So, which, I mean, it's not nothing, but looking at it, you think, well, some of you are a little more athletic than others, but it wouldn't be impossible to sort of scurry your way up. And I'm just going to do this whole thing. And you, I guess, Emily, you're taking the lead, as has been requested.
The voluntold to take the lead, yes.
So can you roll me a perception check?
Sure. That's a 4.
Okay. Yeah, there's a small little hut at the top of this hill, road leading right to it. No doors or windows from your angle. And no bandits as far as you can see. Before you guys act anything, I want to jump back over to Dialia, where you have suddenly heard a loud explosion and a lot of stirring from outside. Oglo, the dog-like sort of being, sort of like, Lest, stay here and watch the kid. I'm gonna go out with Jasper and find out what's going on. So, as you say, boss. And so Coglo and Jasper depart. Next time. Dialia, you are now alone
Okay.
with
Less. And again, so yeah, where's my weapon stash?
so pretty much you can see yourself on the map.
Yeah, I've got it now on.
Yeah. So pretty much left is with the weapons.
Oh, Jesus. West is with the weapons. So, what about improvised? Anything to swing on? Pick up? Clubs?
I
Sticks?
mean, they're clubs. Yeah, there's just a bunch of clubs laying around.
That would be totally unlikely in a bandit's hideout.
Yeah, they're not going to leave. The weapon pile is on the other end of the room. In terms of improvised weapons, there's a couple of chairs. There's you notice like sort of the walls of this hut, right? Sort of made of weak, falling apart, decrepit, almost moldy wood. You could probably break off a piece, but the effectiveness is questionable. You'll need to get creative.
I have a feeling if I can break off a piece, so can his head. All right, so
I want to walk all the way across. I mean, Left is definitely going to notice this, so I want you to. What are you doing there, kid?
I'm cold.
I mean, Left walks over. He grumbles a bit. He grabs the blanket off of the cot, throws it to Dialia. He goes, "All right, stop complaining." And then he lays down on the cot. He goes, "Oh, smells like mutt."
So I'm gonna.
He just sort of lays down. He's not really paying attention to anything that's going on.
All right, I'm gonna go into this corner and kind of huddle for a bit and just watch him. See his.
Are going to jump back to the rest of the gang, where Coglo and good old Jasper have sort of walked out. You should be able to see the both of them. There you go. Sort of walked out and explored. A trailing bandit, sort of Emily. You can see that he sort of talks with another bandit, which after they finish speaking, the bandit sort of runs off into the distance towards the very loud battle off in the distance. But Coglo and Jasper stay where they are, sort of trying to huddle close to the hut so they can hide underneath the roof and not get totally wet. But they're just standing out watching. Jasper sort of having a little sniff around the trees.
What exactly are they? Is Jasper just like a
mastiff?
I guess.
Dog?
Yeah.
Yeah, dog.
More dog or.
Yeah. But yeah, just a normal dog.
Well, a normal 240 pound.
Yeah, like a normal, giant, horrifying dog.
Kind of poke my head over, see them, poke my head back, look back at the group. So, we have company. Here's that their explosion didn't get everybody.
So, can we just sneak around? They seemed pretty serious about us not fighting them, and honestly, I'm not crazy with the idea about fighting them either.
And I don't know about you guys, but I am struggling in this mud right now. I don't think I am of much use.
Yeah, we're not really combat ready right now.
But if you could offer me a piggyback, you might be able to change my mind.
Absolutely not.
All right then, spoil sport.
The rain is thick enough that you think maybe you could sort of sneak across this sort of gap you see in the road, to the other cliff face, without being spotted by the person. The dog is a bit more questionable because of all the rain, and you are upwind. You don't have to worry about it smelling, but you'll want to worry about eyesight.
Well, we could run to that clearing over there. Though we would have to be sneaky and fast.
Yes, we're all rather quite tiny.
Yes. With short legs.
Is that what you want to do?
If everybody is on board, then yeah.
I'm sure we could do it.
Yeah, it's do or die at this point.
With great effort, I think I can make it.
And what's going to be the strategy here? Just run as quickly as you can, or?
I mean, if we have a couple of minutes, oh wait, I don't think it would last that long. Oh no, it wouldn't. I was gonna say, Eridol could literally just cast guidance on everybody, but it's one person at a time, and it only lasts a minute, so I don't think that we can.
Alright, we'll send one scout
Although,
to assess the
well,
situation.
actually, it's a cantrip. So he can cast as much as he wants. He just gives everyone a quick pat on the back.
What does this guidance accomplish?
it gives them their own D4 on.
Yeah. So, Eridol, explain to me, how do you guide these people? There's a verbal component to the spell. So what do you say that sort of inspires them to find success in this?
He'll put his hand on someone's shoulder and he'll just lean in kind of close and go, "I believe in you."
Oh,
And
the
I-
awe-inspiring power of magic.
And I really need this to work.
And with that, a small little glow seeps out of your hands and into the shoulder of who are you giving this to?
I guess I voluntold Emily to go, so I guess he'll cast on Emily first.
Okay, to Emily.
Yeah, and if anybody needs the reminder, with guidance, you can just add a D4 to an ability check of your choice, but it only lasts a minute, and you only use it once.
Which shoulder do you touch?
This seems like a loaded question.
She has a cloak on her right shoulder.
You know what? I drew a picture of Eridol throwing a rock with his left hand, so if he's using his left hand, it would be Emily's right shoulder.
You touch Emily's right shoulder and she is visibly uncomfortable.
Gingerly. He's not being rough.
Emily, you know what? From the discomfort of having Eridol sort of touch you on your right shoulder, you're quite eager to sort of get away from the group. You like your personal space a little bit. So I'm going to give you an extra +1 on top of your D4.
Emery really being like, get me the heck out.
Alright, and I'll have you roll.
Stealth?
Sure. You want to do it stealth? You're gonna go like slow and stealthy.
By the way, Emily, Rachel, Emily, is there any difference anymore? I just want to point out, looking at the map, there's actually a rise between this little cut between the two cliffs. So if you get down on your hands and knees, you can probably crawl along and they won't see you at all.
Says Dialia to herself in a cabin where no one can hear.
As a player advising, no, is that not allowed? I guess
a little metagamy.
Alright, so
Alright.
Are you using your inspiration for this?
Yeah, I'm using guidance.
Yeah.
I kind of like the idea that Dialia's her like animal companion isn't an animal; it's just a satellite.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Oh god, math. 27?
Yeah, you're fine. You made it. You're good.
That's natural 18 plus 4 on the guidance, plus 4 from stealth, and then plus 1.
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
you make it to wherever you want to make it. Where does Emily choose to sneakily go to? And just the most expert ninja way imaginable. I mean, she is undetectable.
I can see the house, yeah? And I can see where they are. So I just want to make a beeline. Can I move them? Heck yeah. I want to move there. Like behind the house.
Okay. So, you manage to do that successfully. Let me unveil this part of the world to you.
Cool.
There you go. So, the rest of the troop here have seen Emily run off into the distance, successfully crouched behind this tree, You can just about still see each other, but I mean the rain is really thick. So like any further, and you'll be lost to the fog.
I've got more of this magic stuff in me. If anybody else wants to give it a run.
So if we're all going to, if you're just going to do this for everyone, can you give guidance to yourself? You can, right?
Just as you touch a willing creature.
I mean, you're pretty willing.
I hope so.
So I'll just say, Eridol, if you can roll a stealth check with your guidance, and I'll just say that's the roll for everyone else.
Oh boy, there's a lot riding on this. But we're good, I think, because that's a combined 18.
Yeah. All right, you all make it across easily. The rain is thicker than you expected, and this dog is very interested in the smells of this tree. I mean, like, the rain has really just brought up all of sort of like the mildew and the stench
Just love
of like
it.
Banacats and
all
dogs
stinky.
into it. And so, at this distance, you can just barely hear the sounds of this bandit. Sort of, you can't make out any of the sounds. I mean, unless you want to roll for, like, really delve into it. But the rain sort of muffles things a lot. You can't hear a bit of a shuffling, and he's just sort of talking with himself. Yalia, are you still hanging out in your corner?
Well, what's the guard? Can I take another?
I mean, West is he's fighting sleep, but he's sort of quickly long. His eyelids sort of.
I'm just going to move a little bit over, but something nice and slow, not to arouse him.
Okay. Can you roll a stealth?
Oh, I can if he's not actually looking at me. Oh, God. How do you use this thing again? Okay. Abilities. Oh. Skills. There it is. Oh. Did that roll something, or is that you? Okay, there we go. Okay, a bunch of stuff. 19.
Okay, yeah, you're good. You're good. All right. I want everyone to roll a d20 for me. Dimble and Mar with disadvantage, and Emily with disadvantage and -5.
I just rolled a natural 20 and a 19.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
Really dang good.
Wow. Nothing holding you down.
Yeah,
Alright.
Dimble rolled the 17.
What were we rolling for?
That's not important. What did you get?
Well, it might be. It's a 2.
Oh,
It's
wow. Okay.
important now.
Well, you're fine.
Oh, that's good.
But out in a distance, you hear. I mean, sorry, let me clarify. Out in the not distance enough, you hear a massive thunderclap, and a bolt of lightning smites down from the sky,
There it is.
striking Jasper. You can hear a horrible yowl of pain
Wait, the dog?
from the dog. And it just sort of like trembles a bit in place and collapses over. This other person freaks out. He's like, oh my god! He runs over. I mean, he about to run over, and then he looks at the sky and sort of like he hides underneath the tree. He's like, am I supposed to go underneath trees? Is that what you're supposed to do during lightning storms? Shit, no idea. You can hear the sound of other dogs barking in the distance as well, and another voice sort of like trying to quiet them down. This lightning has struck within 50 feet of all of you, and you are not deafened, but your ears are ringing. Anyways, continue on.
It's just, I guess the guard is now awake.
The guard is awake.
Jesus.
The guard is very much awake. He kind of looks up from his car. He's like, what the hell was that? And you know what? I'm gonna just do a bit. I'm just gonna roll here and just say, yeah. And he's like, stay here, little girl. And he just kind of like walks out of the cabin. Meanwhile, you four see another proto being approach the first one. And they're sort of both looking over the dog. They've dragged it fully underneath the tree now. And sort of trying to figure out what they can do. So I guess, Dialia, you have the more obvious course of action.
Oh wait, yeah. So I grab my stuff and the scroll. Any back windows? What's the?
No windows.
No windows.
No windows.
Ooh. All right. Yep. Still driving my stuff in the scroll. Fantasy Grounds is a brute on my system here. Can I? Anyways, and I'm going to have a look around the doorway and see what's the situation. Can I get a stealth around the? I guess they're distracted, right?
Give me a stealth check anyways, with advantage.
Okay, that's actually a click. A button in Fantasy Grounds, so there we go. What happens there? Wait, no. Let me... Come on. There we go.
Okay.
18.
Yeah, so you managed to sort of look through the door. You can kind of, like, it's really falling apart. You don't even need to open it. There's just sort of like the wood's warped enough that you can just peer through. And you can see another bandit and a dog. And with that roll, I will totally allow you to make it over there. Which, actually, while you do that little trip, you spot another dog.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry, let me correct that. That's another bandit, not a dog.
I don't know if that's better or worse. Where... Is he on the map yet?
Oh, he is now.
Oh, but behind trees, so I have some cover? I
Yeah.
don't have... Oh.
There you
Oh.
go.
Uh-oh.
Sorry.
Uh-oh.
There you are.
It's getting serious. Okay, so that's my first move. I guess I'm going to be moving more once it's my turn again.
Right, yeah, so I'll go back to this quadruple team. A massive bolt of lightning has just struck it down. Did you click that sound effect, or that lightning just happened?
That lightning just happened.
Just pure change. Okay.
It was the best timed lightning I've ever heard.
It was pretty good. The wrath of
Wait.
God has come down upon this dog.
Okay, hang on a sec. They've switched up the draw pile. Have you?
Yeah, I have been clicking through.
Oh, okay, good. Give nice cinematic view, although it's not on. It's not on stream. Okay. Anyways,
So
Distractions.
you sort of all have been injected with a boost of adrenaline from that, and have noticed that you're pretty much in the clear. Everyone's very distracted.
I imagine we would just continue going, moving towards the house and seeing if we can find any openings.
Around the back.
Yeah.
oh, this is going to be fun.
You go to curve around the back of the hut, and you stumble upon a small little girl. I guess like you've properly equipped all of your weapons and stuff, right? Like it's not like bundled in your hand.
This didn't go as I planned. It would just be my backpack thrown over.
Okay. So I mean, do you have any weapons in your hand?
No, I didn't think to equip anything. So no, I just have the scroll in my backpack.
Okay. So you all just stumble upon a little girl sneaking her way through, appearing like a human, definitely not fitting the whole, ambiance of the bandit camp. With a massive backpack equipped on her, like covering the entire side of her back, slumping over like on the back of her head a little bit.
That was a damn good stealth check now that I think of it.
Her massive braid of hair, like she has it sort of like piled into her backpack a bit, attempting to like keep it dry, but it's like flopping out a little bit as well.
I don't remember seeing her with the rest of the troop.
So I saw it. Are you from town?
Where
Not-
with the military? Are you with the bandits?
The bad man hurt my parents. And
Alright.
they really like this stuff. And I kind of hand them my backpack and the map.
You're giving them the map?
The
Like the scroll?
oh wait a sec. I guess they're all are you. What's the town that the army is stationed at?
They're not stationed at a town.
Oh,
The army, they just have like a camp out in like a point at the road.
okay.
Here, before you finish your role playing, I'm gonna have you roll a deception, and I'll have let's have Mar roll perception with an inspiration as sort of like a group roll for the whole team.
Oof. It's not very good.
Is inspiration the same as advantage for you guys?
No, inspiration is just a D4.
Got it. So guidance.
Yeah, it's a DM given guidance.
Cool.
Are y'all ready for a 2?
Okay, so this is just like a little girl. Right? Why she's in a bandit camp? A little unsure. I mean, she said the bad man, her daddy or whatever. It seems all legit to you. There's no real reason to look deeper into this. A little kid is in need of help. That's it. All right, so Diala, you can continue with your role playing. You rolled a 12, so you're not doing a great job, but luckily for you,
Uh,
your audience
it
isn't
it worked all the same.
you. They're all still like hyped up a bit from the lightning. I mean, you heard it as well, like right outside your door.
They're still frazzled.
Actually, on that topic, everyone roll a d20. Dimble, Mar, and Dialia with disadvantage. Emily with disadvantage. Minus 5.
D20 with disadvantage.
How do I keep doing?
Oh my god!
I need to take a photo of this because I've done this twice now. Like, I don't have the other one, but like, what is this?
And sorry, what was the skill check?
It's just a d20.
Just a d20? Okay, so then
Yeah.
if it was with disadvantage...
Not for
I
you,
got a 10.
Aerodol.
Oh.
You don't have disadvantage.
Oh, my first roll was a 10, so there we go. We're keeping it middling right now.
I got a 20 and a 13, so minus 5 would be 8.
Switch back to that.
I also
Uh,
got an 8.
And Neston, how would you roll?
Oh, I was muted. I got a 6.
Oh, okay. Well then, another massive thunderclap, a bolt of lightning, blinding all of you momentarily.
Here, I'll bring it in. It takes time.
And you can just hear a massive shout of terror. Again!
Not the dark place.
This lightning seems awfully targeted. We should get...
Wait. Do we see that Dialia has the thing that we are looking for?
Nope.
Cool. Yes, we should get going into the darn hut.
Well, it's not raining in there, so,
Let's
gonna go do that.
hurry.
So you're all gonna head back into the hut. So they're heading towards the hut, Dialia. You.
So are you? What's the general actually that's in charge of the army?
Arland?
He's the captain, though. He's the
Of your company. The company's sort of like on its own at the moment. Oh, I know who you're referring to.
because I don't know about the company.
Yes,
I do. Oh,
Yeah. You know, Arland was there when you were sent on this mission.
Oh,
Like when you were told.
I see. Oh. Okay, so are you with Arlen's army?
I kind of turned back towards this little girl. And how do you know Arland, dear?
My parents were with him before they got hurt.
So to interstep in here, the general, who's the big guy that even Arland works under, is Captain Clover.
Captain Clover.
Is his name. Which, I mean, the Emily, Eridol, Dimble, and Mar don't know Captain Clover.
Oh.
I mean, they might have heard his name before, but they've never met him.
Well, I'd say more of what I would have said then. It was, are you with General Clover's? General Clover?
Captain Clover.
Captain Clover's army?
Who?
The army They're by my parents' farm.
All right. Listen, there, we're kind of on a mission currently. And so if
Speaking of which, do you know if there's anybody? Do you know if there's anybody in that building right now?
No one's in there. I took all their valuable stuff. And I hold out the backpack and the map,
The scroll,
the scroll.
the wax scroll. Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
do you mind if I take that piece of paper from you?
Okay. They were very happy to have it, but
Yes,
they
so now-
really don't want anyone to break the wax. The wax looks very pretty.
It is indeed very pretty, and they may
Errol
have been
just-
happy to have had
Errol
it.
just slowly starts pulling a rock out of his pocket.
What are you doing?
I'm off to Emily's side going, open it, open it, open it, open it, open it.
Well, I just thought, we could, if the rock opens it, and not us.
Actually, sorry, Eridol, what languages do you speak?
Hopefully common.
Yes, okay. But,
Common, Elvish, and Druidic.
okay, so Eridol, you
Yeah.
actually recognize the wax seal as a druidic ceremonial weave language. And so that knot of weave actually spells out the word evening.
Evening?
Evening.
Evening? You
Like
spell
the
that.
time of day.
Oh, evening. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna relay that information to the like. What significance does that have? I assume Eridol would know.
Nope. It's just a word.
Oh.
I mean, like,
Well, if anyone's into
times of day are significant in sort of the druidic religious beliefs.
Yeah.
I guess you want to roll your religion.
Yeah. I gotta emphasize, he's a practicing druid. He skipped a few classes.
Yeah, I noticed
That's
you
a
have.
nat 20.
Wow. Okay.
I know everything about this.
Yeah. Well, the druid beliefs very much they follow a lot with the time of day and its association with good and evil. Typically, day is good, night is evil. The more you lean towards one, the more evil you are. And so, evening, in terms of druidic lore and rituals, is on the darker side of the practices.
This is pretty cool. So, I assume can Eridol just is he holding it or is he just looking at it from a distance?
I mean, it's up to Dialia. I would go off the assumption that you gave the scroll to Emily since she is who you were talking to.
Alright. So I know what that wax seal. Well, I know what it could imply. You think maybe we should open it?
Well, what does it imply?
Evening in druidic practices, religions. It's sort of a leans on as a time of day. It's usually associated with slightly darker magics. I don't know. It could be cool.
I pipe up. It's very pretty. If you open it, it won't be pretty anymore.
And Eridol, because you have mentioned in your backstory and as part of the character that you're a little bit of a coward and trying to overcome that, I'm gonna want you to roll I'll make it a wisdom check
Wisdom
on
check.
your strength of character to check something out because it's cool, despite what it potentially entails.
That is a 12.
You know what? I'm just gonna roll a divine counter. Counter d20 and see if you beat that. I rolled the 12. So, I'll say that you passed. You're able to push past your fears, and you do think it's cool, and you do think this should be open.
Oh, okay, and he hears Dialia say it'll be bad. Yeah, I mean, it might be bad, but it could be cool. I mean, listen, what's the military gonna do with it? Probably nothing better than us.
It could explode.
It could. Well, that's why I brought the rock, so we can just like knock the seal off of it.
Okay, that was backing way around the corner and saying, the bad man didn't want to touch it.
So what is your plan of action here? Are you going?
I mean, I don't think he's actually gonna throw a rock at it, because now that he's looking at it, of course, probably not going to open it. So, I mean, how is it just like a regular wax, or is it magically sealed on or anything?
Do you want to roll Arcana?
That I can do.
I have an idea.
5.
I don't know. It's wax. I mean, that's too rich for your blood, that's for sure. You've never seen wax in your life. You don't
I
even
don't know
know
what this
stuff
is, but it can't be that hard to get off.
Okay. Now here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
We could take it off right here, right now, and see what it entails. Or
There's bad men over there.
we should probably leave first.
Right, we should probably get out of the battle zone.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
All right, let's go.
That lightning is just so close.
Speaking of which, everyone roll a d20. Dialia, Dimble, and Mar with disadvantage. Emily with disadvantage -5.
Oh, God. You're insisting on frying us.
Oh, I got a 17. Oh no.
9.
Four. The other one was a 19.
Oh lord.
I got an 18.
Here, Emily, you got a 4?
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, you all sort of agree you're not going to open the scroll here. You're all just going to walk away, and a massive bolt of lightning strikes down right in the middle of your whole group.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, not quite the middle of the whole group. In the middle of Emily's skull. Emily, you take 5 points of damage, and you are energized. You can feel the electricity coursing through you, right? The power thrumming, especially in your right arm, right? That's part of your character.
Right arm.
Yeah.
Yep.
In your right arm, you can feel like it's just wanting to be unleashed, and I will say your next 3 lightning-based attacks do double damage. On that note, though, the proto-being and sort of like these dogs sort of all quickly turn their head around to where the lightning strikes, and they see you. You make direct eye contact. I mean, lightning fizzling away. Like, your hair, like all 4 of you, your hairs are just like straight up, right? Full goose flesh on the whole way. Yeah, you're actually fine from your distance. a little bit, and combat begins.
Oh.
So, you have clearly been spotted. I'm gonna say, because you're around the corner, Delia, you do not see this. But you four, everyone except for Delia, you're now facing the proto being that you made direct eye contact. What do you do?
Ah, crap. Did Aerodol actually have the scroll from Emily?
No, I believe it was still in Emily's hands.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna go down the list. So we're gonna say what everyone does, and then the actions are gonna occur after, like you mentioned. So Dimble, what is your plan of action?
I pull out my bow and arrow.
Okay. And you're gonna fire a shot.
Yeah, I'll fire a shot, yes.
And who are you aiming for?
I am aiming for the closest being in front of me.
If you scroll over them, they should all have names. So I'm guessing like Big Bow is who you're going
Yeah, I'll aim for Big Bow. I have a more clear shot out of him.
Okay. Emily, what's your plan of action here?
I am getting the heck out of Dodge, and so I'm going to run around the back of the house, trying to return to where we came from.
Okay. Mar?
I know when I am outmatched, so I also attempt to flee in whatever direction is away.
Dimble, I think you made the wrong choice.
Erido?
He's a coward. He runs.
Okay. And Delia? What
I second that motion, boss.
what you see is, cause you don't know about
Okay, right.
clothing, so all you see is, well, one, Emily getting struck by lightning, and then Dimble pulls out his bow, and the three others are running towards you, I guess.
I'm running 2 fights away,
Okay.
and I'm going to go out to behind this tree.
I am going to roll next round. Alright, first to act is Jasper, who does nothing. He's just there, the dog that got struck by 2 bolts of lightning. Next is Eridol. Can you show me where you want Eridol to run to?
Yes. He's probably just ducking behind the house. So, I have to remember how to. Oh, where'd it go? I guess probably like around there.
Okay, that's good. Next is Dimble. Can you roll to hit?
Yeah. Ooh, I got 11.
Okay, that does actually hit. Or if you can roll for damage.
Mhm.
Oh, nope, that does not hit. I'm sorry.
Oh no!
You was looking at the wrong stat.
Oh no.
No, sorry, you were just about to hit. You thought you did, but it actually landed in between his legs. Right? You would have sworn, but it was just because of the angle you were looking at, it didn't quite make it. Alright. Next is Left, who he is going to run towards his comrades, who he has seen are visibly preparing for battle. So he's just gonna run over to this tree, and he's gonna be like, "What? What was Coglo's voice?" He was the he was like the yo, what's going on? Right, seeing the other guys like pull out their weapons, kind of like uh hmm. Roll. I'm gonna say Dimble only because he's the only one who's not running away like a coward. Can you roll perception for me?
Yeah, you got it. Ooh, 15.
Okay, so you do hear this conversation over the rain and the thunder, and so you hear one of these sort of like new beings, Big Bow, right? He goes, enemies around the hut, circle them. And now it is Small Bow's turn, who's just gonna charge straight for you, Dimble. I'm sorry, you look really tasty.
Uh-oh. Yeah, they got good movement
Yeah.
too. Do they cloak? Can they get an attack it?
Not quite. Dialia, you're just booking it out of there. Mart,
This
you're
is a lovely tree over there. I might want to go that way.
go. Your movement speed is 25, right?
Yeah.
Let's do that. So, Poggo, I actually grabbed the wrong characters. I'm sorry. So, you're down here. You're up there. Coglo relays to Lest about the enemies, and so Lest runs to make interference. And he's gonna roll perception and see, can he see Dialia behind that tree? And he does not. Okay. Bentrick is gonna sort of line himself up, and he's gonna send his own volley. He pulls up his light crossbow and fires it off at Dimble. Where are you, Dimble? There you go. It's a hit.
Oh no!
Sorry. So you take 7 points of damage.
Oh,
So the crossbow sort of whizzes right by you, and you are, cut through your skin a bit, ripping at what loose armor you have. And he's really showing he did not like the fact that you fired an arrow at one of his friends.
Mm-hmm.
Big Bow also is going to charge up and fire a shot. Dimble. He's going to miss, though.
Jesus. Yeah, Meston, what's your hit points at?
Who am I?
Yeah. You're like 2 or something?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, and Emily. You're just running away.
Yep, I have 30 feet of movement.
And next turn, so just to speed through this, I'm assuming everyone's running.
Definitely.
Yeah. Actually, just to confirm, Dialia, you do see Left. He has not seen you yet.
Alright, I'm going to take cover behind the tree till he passes.
So you're just gonna wait?
He doesn't see me. Well, is it another round to...
Yeah, we're doing the next round right now. It's
Oh, okay. Alright, yeah. I'm going to take out my sling. And Can I get a surprise attack on him?
Yep. He
Okay.
doesn't see you.
Yeah, I will do that then. If
Okay.
he can't see me.
Um,
Just find my actions.
Emily, you also can see West, and West can see you.
Cool.
What's your course of action?
If he gets close, I will shocking grasp.
Okay. And you're going to continue running as well?
Yep.
Okay. Mar and Eridol, you do not see West, so I'm going to assume you just run.
Yeah.
And
Just like that
Dimble,
one flock of song, I ran.
Dimble, what's your course of action here? You have just been, you fired your arrow. You're ready for this fight. You got your bow. You fired your shot, and then the crossbow return fire comes. Right, you follow its gaze as it lands behind you. Right, it kind of cut at your arm, lands directly behind you, and as you look behind you to see the crossbow bolt, you see that other than the bolt, there is no one else there. Everyone else is gone.
Yeah, I turn around, see no one's behind me. I look back and I try to scurry behind the corner of the building.
Okay. So we will begin the next round, which begins with West, who spots Emily, charges forward, but does not quite reach. Is very close though. Next is Mar, who you're just gonna run straight through, like you said.
Oh wow, they're all running to the tree.
Yeah.
They're crowded.
Dimble, I'm sorry, but little Miss Fenry has caught up to you and is going to take a big old chomp at your ankles.
Oh, this is gonna get super nasty.
Oh no.
And you take 4 points of damage.
Oh no.
Are you still up?
He most certainly is not still up.
No.
Oh,
So I would like you to roll a d20 for me, Dimble.
Alright. 14.
14. I'm sorry, I don't know off the top of my head. What that means.
14 is cowering and pleading for mercy in the fight to stop.
If death save is between, the player's taking a serious hit to their morale. They may physically be capable of combat, but their psyche is so crumbled that they are not even capable of moving. So basically, the little Miss Fenry over here has clamped hard on your leg, and you're trying to run away. You're trying to get your leg out of the mouth, but you just cannot. You are she's just not letting go, vigorously shaking. You can see your clothes flying off in shreds. And I'm going to say that you lose your action after that.
Wow.
Jasper is still thunderstruck. Small bow is going to... Ooh, come on. Oh man, I'm getting a little bit of lag here. Alright, Eridol. You have a friend with you.
Oh
That
boy.
friend has some not nice things to say.
You shouldn't say them at all.
Hello there, Eridol. You take 7 points of damage.
Was this
God.
the dog just attacked Eston?
Different dog.
Different dog.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's more than one dog. Pablo is going to run over in this direction, but not act.
So, do we have an icon for the dog that's on Meston?
Is it invisible? No, it's visible.
Where?
I don't see it.
You don't.
But is that the one that it?
Okay, I'm gonna set visibility. Do you see it now? It was showing up on my viewer thing.
Yes, but that's the one on Eridol.
Yeah,
You said there was a different dog that attacked Meston.
yeah. There. Oh my god. Jeez.
Oh, there. Okay.
It was an invisible dog. I apologize.
Oh wow.
I thought I had set all of their visibility to active. Clearly not. Yes, there are 2 dogs. Just to be clear, so that everyone sees everything that there is to see, there are, 3 dogs, one of which is comatose under a tree, and then there are 4 bandits. Right? Everyone sees that?
Okay. Who? All right.
Okay. It's Bantuik's turn. He's gonna run over here, see Dimble, consider him a non-problem at the moment, and sort of move on with his life. And Dialia.
Okay. I'm going to take a surprise.
Well, you've already said you're gonna surprise attack the.
Yeah. And then, guys, we gotta move on. Oof. 12.
Oh, you
Oh,
didn't.
wait.
You didn't roll it on him, but you did hit. See.
Oh, I got advantage, but all right. Okay, 12 it is. It didn't do. Oh, I didn't roll it on him.
No, because you missed your roll.
Oh. Can I do that? Damage dagger. Okay, so I got 8. No.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, it still works. It shouldn't be a dagger. I didn't. Okay, but it's the same damage.
So you roll up your sling, release the small little.
Oh, and I forgot. Yeah, that's also a surprise. So.
Oh.
Oh, okay. So 9 points of damage.
Yeah, you knock him right in the back of the head, and he just flops over. And he is out.
This Koglo.
Yeah.
I guess, is he looking to go around to his buddies to the north, or is he looking at us to the east?
He currently he only sees he's going for you.
What?
It's like sort of the direction he's going for.
Does he see me? Can I do a?
The knocked out. Your turn's over. Right? You choose your decisions before the whole. So, next is Emily, who doesn't have to worry about left anymore. Said you're running.
Yep.
All 30 feet. If you're a normal-sized human being. Dimple. Can you roll me a strength check to try and get your leg out of this dog's mouth?
All right. Oh.
So, what did you get?
Sorry, the dice fell from the table, so I re-rolled. I got a 13.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you managed to get your leg out of the dog, out of the dog's mouth, covered in slobber and blood, and you're just sort of like inching your way away, kind of have your picking at its throat, its body as it's trying to get back on top of you. I'm gonna say that's all you're able to accomplish. Eridol, you are also running away.
Yeah, that was the continuing plan.
Yeah. So I'll say you kind of head in this direction.
Since being attacked though, am I able to cast Cure Wounds on myself?
Yeah, you can do that while on the run.
Yeah, you just literally just touch your own shoulder or whatever. So it's a D8 plus spell casting modifier. Boy, that's a good modifier. I recover 12, which is more than my base.
Wow, back to full.
Oh, good as new.
All right, and we are going to. I'm just gonna say. Right, I'm just gonna
State the obvious.
state the. Never mind. I'm recanting my my statement, and we'll just continue on. Dialia.
Ah, yeah. And now we have. Oh god, let me just do this. Something's wrong there. So Koglo is there. He can see me.
Yes. Currently, he can see. Well, everyone except for Dimple. I guess now.
Oh man. Okay, I'm going to make a beeline.
You're just gonna run away.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just gonna switch to like normal D&D because doing our like discuss, then acting is just doubling the time.
Yeah.
It's not quite working out. So I'm just gonna say, we're just gonna like do normal initiative, like how normal D&D works. Now, all right, Dimble. I'm sorry, you're still out. You're still fighting with the dog. Hello. This friend who's occupied. Big Bow
Yes.
is going to line up. I'm sorry, Dimple. You're dead equivalent at the moment.
Yeah, he's struggling.
But you are keeping the dog distracted at the very least. Eridol, you're feeling great. You can take another bolt in the gut. Right?
Well, I could. You'd rather not.
Well, it's only 2 damage.
Oh.
So, you're fine. Hoglo is still charging in. Trying to like run interference here. But he just doesn't quite have the legs on. It turns out having 3 legs makes running very awkward. More legs is not more better. God. Sorry, Mar. You have a friend as well. Small boat charging in and just completely missing. Completely missing.
Don't want a friend.
It really committed to its leap, and it mistimed everything, and just sort of like falls right onto its face in the dirt. It's got a mouth full of mud and grass.
Love that. Love that.
Emily, it is your turn.
I will throw a firebolt That Coglow. Might as well. How does that work in rain? That's perfectly fine, right? Because it is magical fire.
It's just really hot.
It's a 16 to hit.
Yeah. That hits.
I should have taken my dice out prior to this. 9 points of fire damage.
So, I'm going to say, as you cast your bolt of fire and throw it out, a trail of magic that keeps your hand and the fire sort of connected, even as it is flying away. There's still like this strand of magic between the two of you, and just sort of like this excitable energy within you, that electricity you kept from the lightning, sort of flows along that path. And so, though the firebolt, diminished and weakened by the rain, doesn't do much, you still strike true, and a like all of Coglow's hair, just like his fur, right? He's full of fur, just up, and he just like freezes in a position and tumbles to the ground.
Raja.
Mark?
With my movement, I'm going to keep running.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Right, this would be poorly. Mark, what is your course of action here?
I think we all know what I'm gonna say, and it's running. It's running.
Aerodol?
He's booking it.
You
And
guys-
I think while he's running though, he probably does like a quick check behind him, and then in front of him, and then he probably realizes that we're missing somebody, and he goes, I'm pretty sure we're down one.
And that's just in time for the next round, in which we cut over to Dimble, with his initiative of 22, still fighting with that dog.
Yeah.
Anyways, back at Aerodol. It's your turn again.
I mean, he's concerned about his partner, but he's also kind of concerned about himself. So he's not yet comfortable with the distance. So he's gonna keep going.
You're jerks.
No, it's not cowardice. It's tactics.
Mar, are you two just gonna continue running away?
Yeah.
That's it.
Emily?
I am throwing a firebolt behind us. Can I see small bow?
Yep. You can see small bow kind of like all tripped over on its own legs as it's still recovering from its leap.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw another firebolt and aim at a small bow. I don't know if this hits. 13?
Yep, that hits.
Cool. 8 points of fire damage.
Okay. And once again, you fire out your bolt of fire. You can visibly see it getting smaller as it sizzles in the rain. But the bolt brings with it this sort of trajectory of magic. And as soon as the bolt hits small bow, doing very little, the lightning from your fingertips immediately arcs along that path and strikes the dog. And small bow is not getting up.
We should probably go save him, yeah?
I mean, that's what I was thinking, sort of towards the end of that sprint.
Jasper sort of actually shakes its head away and sort of gets up. She's still alive, that dog. And just in time for everyone to roll a d20.
Oh, jeez.
Dimble, Dialia, and Mara with disadvantage. Emily with disadvantage, -5.
I got a 16. I'm trying to go refill my water. Still have my headphones on. I can hear you.
Yeah, Dimble got a 1.
Not Dimble's day.
A big oof.
Hey, okay. I am a little. Alright, so another bolt of lightning strikes down just as little Miss Fenry jumps onto you, Dimble. You both get struck by lightning. Little Miss Fenry fried, right, and sort of collapses over, and I want you to roll another d20 death save for me.
All right. I got a 14.
Okay, that's the same thing. I'm going to say that you are just knocked straight unconscious.
Right.
Right.
Well, it could. Well, we'll work on that. I was thinking there's things you can do in this case to make it
To make it worse.
to build up the stakes.
To build it. Yeah, you're right. I do think. I already said it, so we'll leave it for now. But in future reference, like,
And
if you're already down, you have to roll another death save, like a -3 or something,
well, you could keep
or
the
disadvantage.
keep the hit points going negative and add that onto the roll.
You're right. I guess that is true.
But yeah, you're getting off lightly, Nesty. You're supposed to be role playing
Yeah.
these death saves.
Fenric lines himself up, and he's going to fire a crossbow bolt at Emily. This is for small bow. And he hits.
14 does not hit me.
It does not. Oh,
I have an AC of 15.
I guess your character sheet has not been properly set up. It says you have an AC of 12. Sorry.
It's because they're not adding my subclass thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're fine. Dialia.
Okay, so I'm going to go around to the side of this cliff and up.
Oh, I'm going to have you roll acrobatics
Okay, I'll do a little parkour up the side.
with disadvantage.
With disadvantage, skills. Okay, here we go. Hang on a sec. Disadvantage, here we go.
Ooh.
13. Yeah. You make it up. And you're there. But I'm going to say you have no more. That was your entire turn. Big boat. Charges in forward. He's got his own bolt again. He's got an eye on you, Aerodol. But, I mean, he says that, but his crossbow was just jammed in the rain, all wet and murky, right? He tears it, and it just makes a clicking sound. No bolt is fired at all. He just looks at his weapon, throws it on the ground, and pulls out his scimitar.
He should have learned weapon maintenance from Red Dead 2.
We're in a new round, and ironically enough, it's still Big Bow's turn. So he charges forward at you with his now scimitar equipped.
I noticed as well in the character sheet, because the sheet I have here, it says it should be 14 because Aerodol has a shield, but in the sheet on Fantasy Grounds it's only 12.
Okay.
Oh, is the shield not equipped?
I
Um,
will change this for future reference. I will try and not do the damage incorrectly. Remind me if I say there's a hit when there shouldn't be.
sure.
Just for this time around. Meanwhile, Emily, you're taking another crossbow shot. That definitely does
I cast
hit.
shield,
Oh, okay.
and so it's like I raise my hand as I see the crossbow bolt come up, and you guys see like a shock of electricity stopping in its place.
Damn, that was cool.
Yes, I do that sometimes.
The electricity is like extra energized from your you feel all of that last bit of power from the lightning bolt kind of seep into this great wall of lightning that just completely obliterates the bolt that's coming towards you. But you're now back to being normal. You don't feel that power thrumming within anymore.
Cool.
Mark?
Bailey?
Hello?
Bailey still there?
Yes, it completely lagged for a second, and I could not hear anything.
Sorry. It is your turn, Mark.
Okay. Would it be naive of me to suggest stopping to catch my breath because I've been running?
I think that makes sense. You know what? Actually, I want you to roll a Constitution check for me.
Although, keep in mind, you've only actually ran like 100 feet.
I got little.
Oh, I know a few people I think that would just kill.
I got little legs, you know? Let's see here. I got an 11.
Okay. I am going to say you have -5 to your movement. Up next is Emily.
Firebolt. Tried and true. That big bow, because tried to shoot me. 11?
That does not hit. You fire out the bolt of fire, but this time without the electricity to follow through with it. The bolt of fire just sort of splashes against Big Bow's gambeson and just dissipates into nothing, not even affecting him.
Sparks. Alright. I'm going to move a little bit so I can get further away from them. I'd like to move over here.
Yep. Okay. Dialia. You have a great vantage point from where you are.
All right. God, where's? I'm going to take a double. Use my move and my action together to get around over to here.
Oh, okay. So you're using your action as a movement.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Dialia, the stranger, is the one who's coming to help Dimple. I'm assuming that's what you're doing.
No, I'm just going the opposite direction.
Right.
Let the monster run the other way.
Jasper has recovered from its double lightning strike. It has only like half of the amount of fur left on its body. And what little fur it does have is standing straight up on end like an angry porcupine. And it charges forward. Like kind of waving around a bit. Not quite being able to keep a proper gait. Aerodol.
He doesn't like how close these mutts are getting. So, can I? I don't know if like, are you allowed to do movement but then hold your action, or would it have to be like everything you do would have to be held?
What do you mean by hold your action?
Because he's not going to approach them, but he's got a quarterstaff and shillelagh for good luck. And if they get too close, he might swing at them, but he has no intention of approaching them. So
Yeah.
I guess it would sort of be like, if they get close to him, can he react?
Yeah, I'll allow that.
Well, how hold action just allows you, instead of taking the action on your turn, you can take it on someone else's turn, depending on the trigger you set up. You still do get your movement in that.
Perfect. So he might back up to about where Emily is, but then otherwise he's gonna hold his action if one of the dogs approaches him.
And
He'll bat them across the head or something. That sounds horrible.
If I'm remembering correctly, you have run every turn so far as well. So I'm going to ask you to roll a Constitution save. Just to see what your energy levels are like.
It's one of his best qualities. It's an 11.
Okay, similar. You have -5 to your movement. But other than that, you're rearing to go. Emily.
For some reason, I'm on the combat tracker twice, and I don't believe that should be the case.
You are on the combat tracker twice.
What the?
Yeah.
That is very strange. I didn't even know that was possible. Okay.
Same.
So we'll just do a new round, because you had already acted. And it is Mars' turn.
Would I be able to make it a little bit closer to like the entrance of where we came in?
You mean like here?
Yes.
You most certainly can.
Yeah. That's what I'm doing.
That's a...
You can still actually take an action.
I can, but also I don't want to die.
She is a bard. At the end of the day, like, I'm here to play music and that's it. I mean, I'll tell your story.
No ranged weapons?
I have no ranged weapons.
Alright then.
You don't even have any, like,
Nope.
magic spells or anything?
I hold on, let me double check. I think I might have Vicious Mockery as a cantrip.
I think that does something to them.
Yeah, this is mockery. It's not,
Gives them disadvantage maybe, or...
Let's see what I have. Hold on. Fantasy Grounds is really
This is
taking
mockery.
a toll on my MacBook here.
Unleash a string of insults laced with subtle enchantments at a creature you can see within range. The target can hear you, though it may not understand you. And to succeed on the wisdom saving throw, take 1d4 psychic damage.
I'm trying to double check, but Fantasy Grounds is taking
What spell is
a
this?
moment.
Vicious mockery.
Vicious Mockery.
Oh, that's a wisdom save on whoever you're insulting.
The rain effect.
Would I be, like, are they close enough to me that they could hear me?
Yep. Yeah, they are.
Okay.
Well, again, you can
hold on.
take your move and your action at any time, so you can do the action first before your move.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna give it a minute, because Fantasy Grounds is
Yeah,
my computer and stuff.
I've turned off the rain effect. See if maybe that is causing issues for people. But if you want, you can just tell me who you're using a vicious mockery at. And tell me what you say to them.
Bo still there?
What's that?
Is Bo still there?
Yep. Yeah, he's definitely there.
Okay, I might throw a little jab at that.
And what do you say? What is so vicious that it can cause him psychic damage?
Emotional damage.
God, so, but the only thing you let down is your whole family. That's good.
And what do I need to beat for that, Mars? What is your
Question, I will tell you.
It should be at this level 10 plus your charisma modifier, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah, so that would be a 13. So it does actually beat your vicious mockery. In that case, roll the 15. So, I'm sorry, but I grew up without a family. It means nothing to me.
Oof.
And yet, Big Bo you didn't do psychic damage, but you did anger him quite a bit to bring up his harsh childhood. So he charges his way towards you, although you're quite far away.
Twist?
Your cowardice worked in your favor. Dialia.
Yeah. So what's happening with Futnik here? Funtwick.
Butwick has not seen you. He has his crossbow and has just been firing volleys into the distance. Specifically at people in the distance.
Alright, so I'm going to take cover behind this. Oh. Okay, they're downrange. No, I'm going to do a full on. I'm going to do the double move. Can't quite make it. Okay, gets to the tree stump. Oh, is that?
Yeah, that's a little bit beyond your range, but because of the slope, I'll say you can do that.
Is it?
I mean, wow, it really is chugging along. I wonder what is causing that. So you're on this side of the tree stump.
Okay.
Batnoik is looking in a different direction, so he doesn't see you. He's going to step a little bit closer, not too much, and he's going to fire at Emily. Got line of sight. That's a 20. Any other lightning shields you can hide behind now?
I can't for a 20, because it would still hit me. Meets beats.
He does 9 points of damage.
Ooh.
Ouch.
Conveniently, though, Eridol is right next to you, and it is his turn.
Ooh. How bad does that look?
Me? How
Yeah.
bad do I look? I look
the
real bad.
injury. Okay. Yeah, he probably like doesn't hesitate. He like sidesteps over and gives you that the well. I was about to phrase it the good touch, but you know.
Wait, pardon?
What shoulder do you touch?
Yeah, what shoulder do you touch?
Well, he saw the reaction last time, so it's like he goes in and then like sort of stops, thinks about it for a quick second, then tries the left shoulder this time.
You know, we're in the middle of battle, right? Things are very confusing. A lot has been going on. Can you do me a wisdom check to see if you remember what shoulder?
That is a 15.
Okay, yeah, you remember.
Alright, and you get back 13 HP.
Oh,
Wow,
thank
that thing is so good.
Well, it's because I add my spell
Jesus,
modifier
these are
and
some
my
serious healing powers.
it's my spell modifier on
That's a
top
good
of the
touch.
D8. And my spell modifier is +7.
Jeez. Hey then.
But he whether he realizes it or not, he's now out of first level spells. So somebody better do something about it.
And that somebody will, not be Dimble because he's unconscious. Big Bo is still really pissed off at you, Mar. He's actually gonna lunge off of this, like, little elevated cliff front he's on. Scimitar two-handed above his head, right, and just jump right on top of you.
This is phobic behavior.
Just-
Is going
When I figure
to...
out what kind of phobic, I swear to God.
He's people phobic.
Yeah, and he hits unless you have a magical AC that's higher than what's on the character sheet.
Fantasy Grounds is still frozen for me.
I'm pretty sure 15 hits. And it deals 5 damage.
Ouch. I am being hate crimed by Oliver Twist.
Jasper is here and does not like this healing action going on. Jasper is going to charge forward and lunge in between Emily and Eridol, going for his outstretched hand and try to chomp down on your arm. But completely fumbles. Completely, terribly fumbles. I have no idea how this happened, but this fumble rolled damage. So I'm just going to say that Jasper fumbled so terribly hard, he dealt 3 damage to himself. There's like a rock that you're sort of right next to, Eridol, and Jasper's next lunge just open mouth right into that rock, and 3 damage knocked Jasper unconscious. Jasper got struck by 2 bolts of lightning. She wasn't doing well to begin with, and that was just...
Yeah.
She was so disoriented, she was seeing doubles, she didn't know what
herself.
she was aiming for.
It's definitely it's like lunges, like probably like whizzes between Eridol and Emily, and Eridol just very calmly just looks to the side, like, well, all right then.
Interesting.
Poor Jasper gets struck by 2 lightnings, is out for most part, finally gets up, charges across the entire field, and
And bops his head.
bonks her head.
Skill
Not good,
difference
though.
to be.
Although, quite frankly, it's not unlike a dog to do something like that.
Yeah, dogs are quite clumsy, especially when they get struck twice in a row. Alright, Mar, you got Big Bo is right on top of you, swinging his scimitar down. How do you retaliate?
I mean, this is pretty, over-friendly of him for not having taken me on a date yet, so I
Wow.
don't know what I would do.
So if he took you on a date, this would be fine?
It's just
Listen,
a typical
I don't
conclusion
know
to a
his
date from Mar.
intentions. I don't know his intentions.
You should know
But
his...
now I'm just kind of getting an uneasy vibe. And so I don't know. No, I don't know. I don't think I have any of my things equipped, so is laying on the ground just screaming an option?
Well, do
You
you have
can
a
do that if you
Do
want.
you have a melee weapon? Did you have a staff? No, that was Eridol on staff.
I think I had a dagger, but I
You-
can't double check.
You do have a dagger.
Yeah, you
I
can
have a
draw.
dagger!
You actually have 2 daggers.
Okay. Oh my god, I have 2, even better.
And you can draw a
Can
weapon
I
as a free
try?
action.
I mean, yeah.
I will do that.
Okay.
I will draw one of two
All right.
and
Uh,
try to swing back, I suppose, if I can move out of the way because Jesus.
since your fantasy grounds is struggling, do you want me to just roll for you?
That would be fantastic, amazing, show-stopping, brilliant.
Well, I have rolled you a failure. You completely miss. You sort of stumble to get the dagger out of its sheath, but having
I don't appreciate this.
the giant form of Big Bow kind of collapse on you, scimitar raised. The kind of two of you fumble onto the ground and you drop the dagger, slipping away into the mud. Eridol, you have just seen a giant mastiff with like half of its fur missing and patchy bumps whiz by you and knock itself unconscious on a rock. What do you do now?
I assume I can see the exchange going on between Mar and Big Bow.
You can, yeah.
Oh boy. He's not. I mean, he's supposed to help people. So he's gonna. I guess he's gonna grip the staff. He's gonna cast Shillelagh on it so that it hurts a little bit more. And he's going to hesitantly approach and try and club at it with the staff.
Hesitantly. What's a hesitant clubbing look like? How does it?
Well, he walks with he like sort of like hurries over, and then he just sort of runs up, gets in clubbing range, probably shuts his eyes and just like swings downward-ish.
Okay.
So that is because I used Shillelagh, I can use my spellcasting modifier instead of strength for the attack. So I don't have to roll crazy high. That's a dirty 20.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. And
And it's a the damage die becomes a D8, and I get +1 because of proficiency.
jeez.
Well,
Okay.
that is a whopping 2 damage.
You did 2 damage?
Listen, I didn't say he was good at this. I said he was hesitant.
With his eyes closed, he doesn't really properly aim his swing, and he kind of just like grazes off of the side. Yalia, I'll let you go.
Oh, okay. Let's try something. All right, so I'm going to. Okay, now I'm in range to actually help up Dimble, and I'm gonna shake him. If there's any puddles of water, splash it in his face.
You don't actually have anything proper to heal him with, right?
I'm not here. No, I'm just stabilizing,
Just stabilize.
getting him up.
Okay.
Not actually. I don't have any healing.
Right. Dimble, groggily wakes up and sees, a little, like, 5-year-old girl kind of shaking him awake, violently throwing water in his face. How does, what is the first thing Dimple says? Just been struck by lightning and then is waking up too.
By the heavens of nature, I'm breathing.
So I give him a bit of a shake. I don't know who's the bigger doofus, you for attacking them, or your friend for running away on you. Get the hell out of here.
I guess it could be me that's the bigger doofus.
Okay.
Alright, how bad of a shape is Dimble right now? He got shot by an arrow, ankle got by a dog, got struck by lightning.
You recover back to 1 hit point, and you're at kind of disadvantage on everything.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
no.
can move, and that's kind of
Alright.
about it.
All right.
Fat Newick, sort of this other proto being by the tree, sort of overhears Dimble's cry of awakening, right? So he turns around and sees Dialia and Dimble behind him, and looks forward again to
Oh, he has visibility from there?
to Big Bo getting sort of clubbed a bit, right? And the three other people are noticing all of their dogs have been knocked out, Coglow, and so that he points his crossbow bolt at Eridol and says, "Wait, fine, wait, look, just leave Big Bo alone, and we'll let you go. All right, that's it. All right, this doesn't have to get any bloodier than it already is."
I mean, not that it's his turn to do anything, but
I mean, free speech. You're allowed to talk.
he goes, I mean, I'm not even sure Eridol would know what to say. He's kind of all swept up in the moment, so.
What? I can't hear you over the rain.
It really depends on what you want to do and what your friend here wants to do as well.
Yeah, could you maybe get the dog off of our friend?
And if you step back now and let us leave with everybody in one piece, then...
Okay, first of all, you're a horrible anti-proto-being person. Big Bo is a living... Big Bo's a proto person, not a dog. Alright? Jerk.
I wasn't in...
I mean, there are no other dogs in combat. He's wearing clothes. He's using a scimitar. We're civilized people too.
Oh my god, do we really have to do this right now?
I mean, you called him a dog.
Are you gonna let us go or not?
I'm having a great time
Because
down
I can
here,
throw
guys.
fire at you as well.
I mean,
I'm wearing tree branches out of my hood. If you called me a tree, I wouldn't care.
Look, don't throw a fireball at me, and I won't pursue you anymore. All right? Look, you've won. Just let Big Bo and me go. Don't tell my dogs. I don't know. Is Jasper even alive? She's really not looking good over there.
Is it this one that's by me?
Yeah, that's Jasper.
No. They, gotta check. Is Jasper breathing?
Jasper is breathing.
I kind of look back. Yes, this one is fine.
Alright, great. Look, I'm just like a random muck. Alright, I don't care. I don't care. I don't get paid enough for this. Just go.
Alright. Let's just get our friend then, and we will be on our way.
Alright.
And we're going to start walking towards Hanswick.
Alright.
To go back to where Dimble is.
Fatnick is gonna like lower his crossbow to not be aiming at anyone, but he's still like cautiously holding onto it, and he's gonna make his way over to Big Bo, who is not looking great. I mean, he's not too bad. Yeah, so I'm gonna say no. I'm just gonna say combat's over. I was thinking about doing another lightning strike.
Oh, jeez.
I'm gonna go check on Dimble.
Yeah, Eridol
Dimble,
will,
you can walk
will
by the
hurry
way.
over.
Yeah, Dimble, you are awake and capable of moving now.
Boy, you did just a real bang-up job there, Mr. Dimble. Really, really well done.
Yeah, I shot one arrow and I went downhill from there. That's the last time I'm playing hero.
Perhaps you should learn a little bit about self-preservation before you decide to play the hero.
Hmm.
It'll do you some good. Keep you alive.
Well, do me even better if I hit an actual shot with my arrow
I'm sure you will one day.
one day.
Later on drop off.
Eredol's gonna cast guidance on Dimble, and he says, "Listen, next time you're about to go and you do something like that, you just tell me first. And I do this little thing," and he puts his hand on his shoulder. He goes, "Now you're a much better shot for." And he checks his little like spell pocket book. Okay, for at least a minute, and you get one shot at it. But you know, this sort of thing, I can do that for you.
Right. I guess we should have discussed a escape plan.
The
I mean,
whole
it was-
escape plan is just run.
Yeah, it was escaping.
Ah,
The escape was run around the house.
well, that's step one.
Well, we should get going.
And several steps.
We should get going. I'm gonna start walking back the way we came, but before we completely leave, I'm gonna turn back to, what's their face? Fantwick?
Yeah.
Now, we're new to this, and so I would recommend that the next time you see our faces, you just turn around and get the hell out of Dodge. Got it?
Yeah, alright. Look, just fine. Right.
Excellent.
Dog killer.
All right, well, peace be with
Dogophobe.
you, and peace be with you, and all that crap.
No. We're not leaving on friendly terms. Alright? Grab your people. Get out of here.
All right, well, no peace be with you then. Damn.
No, of course there's no... Look around you! You nearly killed 3 of my dogs and 2 of my close friends.
Did we though?
Listen. The lightning around here, the craziest thing I've ever seen.
It's really intense. I'm actually gonna grab everyone and we're gonna head inside.
Yes, we shall do the same. We should catch up to the others and all that. Emily's gonna start walking back the way they came.
And as you do that, Fatwick and Big Bo are gonna gather all of the kind of unconscious or groaning buddies on the ground and carry them over to the hut. So the rest of you gathered yourself. Dimble sort of being supported up a bit by the rest of you. You
I wanted to do a thing just real quick. Can I go to one of the trees that were struck by lightning and grab one of the twigs really quick?
yeah.
All right, awesome. Thank you.
You now have a piece of lightning that's struck by a piece of lightning that's struck by a twig. No, you have a twig that is struck by lightning. I don't know. Do you want to grab some of Dimble's burnt skin as well?
Nah, I'm good.
That is the most disgusting proposition I've ever heard.
All right.
How
So
successful.
the now 5 of you go back to where you last met with Cat Squad, and you wait the rest of the time. Eventually, they do return. Sort of, one of them is completely unconscious. Held up by the legs and arms by 2 of their comrades. And Drake was like, and they don't even wait a second. They just run right past you
They had as much fun as we did.
over to the individual. And you make your trek back to the camp. Sort of Dimble very slowly, barely being able to stay up on his feet. Draxto. Draxto? God, let me find his name again. Draxto kind of pokes Dimble step a bit. He's much better at it than the rest, because Dimble is the second tallest one out of you guys. Yeah, so uh, eventually you make it to camp. It's like the middle of the night. It's pouring rain. Draxto is like, man, I didn't even ask. You guys did get the scroll, right?
I pull it out from my bag. Hold it up.
Sealed. Oh my! It makes me so glad. I mean, when you were the one who started reaching into the pocket, I got really worried.
Of course. I had other plans, of course.
Well, we need to take Kale to the medical tent. So could you bring the scroll over to Arland? I mean, can you the debriefing? Are you capable of that?
Emily has the smuggest look on her face, and she's like, "Of course I can."
Hey, can someone else hold the scroll while you do this?
No. Now, off to Ireland we go.
All right. The cat squad sort of leaves in towards the medical tent, and you make your way towards Ireland. His commander's tent is at the center of the whole area. It's by far the largest of the entire company. This will be the first time any of you have actually been inside of this tent. Never have you done anything worthy of reporting to the commander. Other than when he initially recruited you, you actually haven't seen Ireland or interacted with him directly before since. So you finally enter the tent, having arrived at what is basically, you go inside and you see it's essentially just a portable noble estate. All right, the drapes and carpets of every color, of dyes you didn't even know could be dyed. A rack on the side of the room carries a set of armor that is so unbelievably ornate. There's no way this thing was designed for combat. In the center of the room stands Arland, bent over a large table on which is outstretched a map of Klausmith. I'm going to share that. Actually, I'm going to share the world map. Many pins poked all around, and small little figurines of stickmen and flags littered all across the border between Uithia and Sinless. Arlen notices you five enter, and it kind of furrows his brow a little. Where's Cat Squad? Well, sorry, that's not his voice. Where's Cat Squad?
Them tending to their people. And so they told us to directly report to you.
Is everything okay? Are they all in one piece?
More or less.
Can I have something a bit more specific from one of you? I mean, mission debrief time, right? Everyone alive?
Yep.
Any permanent injuries?
Probably not. Well, not on our side.
Okay, I mean, visibly you walked back with all four members of Cat Squad?
Wait, did we?
Yes, you did.
Okay. For sure we did, yeah.
Okay, all right, great. The scroll?
I hold it up, and if he starts reaching for it, I kind of pull it back a little bit.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
You recruited me for a certain reason, and
Yeah.
Gonna get the most out of it. I would like gold in exchange. Right now.
I beg your pardon? Can you run that by me one more time?
I will give this to you if you give me gold right now.
You are going to hand this to me, and you will get your normal wage at the end of the month.
But what if I've opened this? What if? What would happen? Would it explode my arm off?
Only if I was lucky.
And if you weren't lucky?
You open it and we can find out.
I'm only asking for 10 gold. I'm sure this is more than worth for the 10 gold.
What the? Sorry. Trying to find.
I'm here to be a thorn on your side.
I don't. Darn it. How does he not have? Oh, God damn it.
And also while he's searching for that,
Yeah.
we've also changed the monetary system. So all normal items in the player's handbook and stuff, anything marked in gold is actually silver. Anything is silver is copper, and anything copper is basically free. So gold is reserved for special magic items and things like that, exotic items. Silver is the common currency.
Then she would ask for 10 silver instead.
That would be, yes, more. I've always found it immersion breaking in D&D with the buckets and buckets of gold everyone walks around with. Gold was supposed to be a rare commodity.
Okay. Arlen sort of outstretches his hand and just utters the single word, give. Evoking the command spell. I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw.
You got it, champ. That makes sense. 9.
You give him the scroll. Thank you.
You're a mother sparker, you know that, Land?
I've been told once or twice.
Yes, and you'll be called that many more times.
You know, originally, this mission was a test. And by all the original parameters I had set in my mind, you have succeeded in this test. Right?
That's
I was
awesome.
supposed to promote you all as a new animal squad in my company. But this sort of kind of mercenary style attitude, Emily, we cannot have. So, you know what? Eridol, Dimble, Mar, Delia.
Yeah. Where's General Clover? I'd like to seek an audience with him.
And why would you want to seek an audience? Why am I not good enough?
I have a few words I'd like to speak to him about our last mission he sent us on.
Yes, where is the rest of your squadron?
That's what I'd like to talk to the general about.
I mean, you can talk to me. I will relay the information to the captain.
Okay.
Unless you want to roll a persuasion check. See.
No. Where's he standing?
He's like on the other side of the war table.
All right. Okay, so I'll walk over, jump up on the war table, and said, "That jackass sent us onto a meat grinder, all for a distraction for these doofuses. I was a good team, Arland."
A good team. You had never met them before. Look, they did what they were told to do, and look, we have the scroll now. Mission accomplished. Now get off my table.
Well, I'll just be warned. No more suicide missions.
He looks you directly in the eye. I'm gonna roll.
I'll walk off the table.
He looks directly in the eye. He rolled a 6 for deception. So you're not buying it at all. I will never put you in a suicide mission again.
All right. She punches him in the face.
Oh God.
Bastard.
Oh, so she's allowed to do that, but I can't get a little bit more silver. Understood.
Some soldiers from outside like run into the room like, what's going on? Eridol risen like, it's fine. Eridol, Dimble, Mar, congratulations. I'm promoting you to the newly appointed Rat Squad, and you are getting an increased wage to boot. Emily, Dialia, you are now under supervision of the Rat Squad. Get out of my tent.
Yes, sir. Of course. We shall get out of your hair. Emily does like a bow and then leaves.
Erdal has no idea what proper greeting and goodbye protocols are, so he just sort of gives a big thumbs up and leaves. Maybe he does a little hop and a skip, and he clicks his heels together midair.
Ireland is completely baffled. He has no idea how to respond to that. Well, congratulations, everyone. You technically accomplished your first mission. Half of you have now been promoted to the newly appointed Rat Squad.
Let's go, supervised.
Yeah, let's go.
Do crimes.
Anyways, Dialia's going to walk off the table scowling. Making sure to leave muddy footprints on the... Well, I guess it's not a lot of mud, just little footprints.
It's like trying to go wipe it away to see his map again. Gordon. Damn it, why do I even bother with these people? And there you go, that's session 1.
Wow.
Ooh.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Rat squad.
Rat Italian.
Well, for some of you.
Mhm.
I mean, we're being supervised by them, so technically.
Technically, you're the intern of Rat Squad.
Oh,
Which I mean, I think is the best position to be in because I can do things and then I can just blame it on my teammates.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh God.
Have you
Listen.
seen our track record?
I'm here to be a thorn on your side, Mr. DM.
I see.
As they set out to sabotage the first mission given.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that dice was so deadly. The DM's dice.
I mean, yeah, you have no idea. There's a couple of rolls where I'm just like, no, I'm gonna pretend I rolled a little bit lower. Let's not end this right here. Right. Well, as for stream,
Shall we call that a stream?
I mean, unless anyone has any last minute things they want to do, you've all sort of spat in Arlen's face and trudged mud onto his battle mat. Maps are expensive, you know.
He sent us out to get butchered.
Um,
Well, not. I guess you're right. It wasn't actually him.
but other than that, yeah, that is everything for session 1.
Hey.
Wow. Look at that. Look at us.
Yeah.
So,
And
Just a couple of
survived.
cards.
Survive, which I was kind of thinking that wasn't going to happen.
yeah, only one person went down. That's a personal best.
That's a net positive. I see this as an absolute win.
Man, the bar is so low.
Yeah.
Well, so I think we'll say goodbye to the stream.
If everyone just stick around a bit afterwards and we'll chat
Sure.
up some more.
Can I stop the recording on Audacity? I have no idea how big this file